Good evening. Testing. One, two, three. Is my sound okay? I hope it is. All right. Chart and chill. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Wednesday night chart and chill. Yeah. Sorry, I was a bit busy today, unfortunately. And while I was busy, I was also commenting on Discord. So, let me show you. Let me go on my Discord. Anyway, everyone's welcome to join. The link is below this video. Basically, if I don't get a chance to stream, I'll just post here. Just kind of commenting on the price action. That's all it is, really. Not financial advice. Effectively, it kind of started yesterday. And so yesterday morning, when I did my stream yesterday, it's funny how these bearish divergences play out. So since we got a pump, I was like thinking to myself, we have to go down, we have to go down, we have to go down. Yeah. And so that's kind of what I was talking about. I was talking about let's go down, let's go down. Even though the price is going up, I was thinking let's go down. And it's a tricky one because the price is going up and you kind of want it to go down, and sometimes you don't realize how much down or how far it can go down. And so I was kind of looking at the possibility of holding this trend line while we were still at, while we were coming down to about 100k. I was thinking maybe we just come here, hold this trend line. It's a good place, 50% fib, daily level, bit of confluence here. If we can hold here, then maybe we can go back up. At the same time, I was also, and so this is the thing, at the same time, a few days ago, I posted, and so it's kind of important to remember what I was saying before, because I was also looking at Elliott waves, and I was thinking about the possibility of this. See that? A corrective ABC up into my area of interest. I kind of marked it out here. Do you see this white box? I marked it out, and then down, up, another kind of ABC type move to complete this WXY, which in my mind could work. Yeah, kind of coming to a full stop by Trump's inauguration for big liquidation underneath the range at the range low. Okay. And so I'm gonna have to look at this, because actually this is playing out exactly as I imagined, isn't it? This idea. Rejected from this area, this box that I marked out, and we've come down quite sharply, very sharply, much more quicker than I expected, to be honest with you. I don't like it when it comes down too fast, but it's come down quite fast. And so I'm gonna have to have a look at this, because when you imagine something and it happens the way you're imagining it, then actually that's probably how it's happening, how it's playing out. And then yesterday, when I was looking at the order flow in the morning, I saw some very bearish divergence, and I called it out in my live stream. There was some single prints. This was it here. This is extremely bearish. And so if you haven't seen bearish divergence before, I just want to show you this is extremely bearish. You have a big market buy with leverage, increasing OI, increasing CVD, and you see how the highs fail to make a higher high. It actually makes a lower high. This is really bearish. And so in my stream, I said this is really bearish. It's a tricky one, huh? Do you just short bearish CVD? Yeah, you could. In this circumstance, it was a great short. I was looking for lower to short. I was looking to lose the daily level, and actually I didn't get a chance because it came down too fast. It came down so fast I didn't even get to short. And just, you know, just life, huh? Just miss a trade. It's not a big deal. It came down really fast. I don't really like it when it comes down fast. I do if I'm in a trade, but not not when I'm actually kind of looking for long. Came down so fast, didn't it? It's like it smashed. Basically what I was thinking about was to lose that level for a short, and initially it looked like it wanted to hold, and then bam, lost it immediately. There was no time. There was no time, was there? See that? Bam, and then down. That was what I was thinking. So I didn't actually catch that, unfortunately. It would have been great, huh? It would have been a great short. Where would you put your invalidation as well? That's the problem with these shorts, because technically you'd have to put your invalidation at the highs. Okay. So while the price was dropping yesterday on Discord, clearly we lost this trend line. Clearly, just smashed through it. No hope. And we're forming quite bearish price action, grinding down, grinding down, grinding down, grinding down, until we finally had a little capitulation today. And in the Discord, I was commenting on the drop last night. Yesterday, look, the bearish div from earlier played out hard. This was the 6th of January, looking for a drop to 89k to sweep the lows. This is 6th of January when the price was above 100k. And then yesterday I looked at the charts again. I kind of analyzed it, not online, not live, just kind of on my own. And I wrote in Discord, I've got two zones in mind: 92,500 for a higher low, and 89k for a big liquidation, looking for an ABC move down to these areas of interest. I'm going to have a look at that now. And the current price action, looking for a reaction from the GP to complete the A with a corrective back test of the POC, to complete the B with a final C, either 92.5 or 89. I prefer a higher low at 92.5. And I'll be looking at altcoins to see if they're showing any strength. Later on last night, like just before candle close, I posted this. I don't know if BTC will get there, but there's big resistance level at 98.5 in case anyone is long. Locally, we have bullish CBD, but also a big liquidation bubble at the local highs. And I think it's really important to pay attention to these liquidation bubbles, because that's big market buying and the price just isn't going up. Yeah, especially when the price is descending. It's really important to pay attention to those liquidation bubbles. The daily candle yesterday was ultra bearish, extremely bearish, bearish engulfing. And obviously if somehow the price reclaims 98.5, then it's a bear trap. Okay, so for me right now, 98.5 is the key to success. Yeah, if we can reclaim somehow in the future 98.5, then max long to the moon. Right? Then I posted this in the early hours at 5 a.m. this morning. Total market cap as the price is coming down. Golden pocket, point of control. This is the range. And effectively just looking for a reaction there. That's kind of where I was looking for the price to bottom out. Today, just before noon, I said this is a local bottom here. ETH showing a little bit more strength. It was a local bottom until 92.5 was hit. Final capitulation, potentially. That's the final. So 92.5. I mentioned it, and 92.5 was it. So let's have a look at the charts, and then also let's have a look at the order flow. These are the charts, and 92.5. There it is, hit perfectly. Well, pretty much hit perfectly. I'm not a soothsayer. I can't foretell the future, but I do know levels, and I am looking for a reaction. Yeah, so I do understand levels, and I am looking for a reaction. So now that I see the reaction, I like this level, don't I? I like this level because I saw the reaction. It's a really nice reaction. That's a reaction off a level, of a pre-planned level. So you have to pay attention, and that's why it's important to plan, because if you plan and you get the reaction that you want, then you can take the long. Does that make sense? So I had this marked out. Look at that. You can't really make that up, can you? I posted that in Discord yesterday. And that's the reaction you want. So when you get a reaction like that, you can long, and that's your invalidation effectively. So anyone who longed this would be in profit right now. Anyone who longed this just based on the reaction. Yeah, it's a perfect reaction off a level that I planned. And you may ask, why did you plan this level? Why this level? Why 92.5? Why not another level? And I'm just going to go over it now, because I think it's important to go over your analysis, because it helps to understand the process of the why. Why is really important when it comes to charting. There's a lot of people who don't believe in technical analysis, but I've clearly shown to you right now that technical analysis does work. Yeah, because I posted this chart on Discord yesterday, yeah, at 5:15, 5:17. Same chart, exact same chart. I haven't changed it, I haven't done anything to it, and I even called it out, 92.5 for a higher low. Okay. So technical analysis does work, yeah, but you have to wait for the reaction. It's really important to wait for the reaction. And the reason why you have to wait for the reaction is because, for reasons that you can't explain, the price could just go down like that. Yeah. If you don't get the reaction, then that level isn't respected. If the level's not respected, you can't take the trade. But if you do get the reaction, that's a perfect reaction off a level that you've pre-planned, then you can take the trade. So you know that level is valid. Okay, that's a valid level that's been respected by the price. The price has respected that level. So I'm just going to kind of go over it and explain to you how I came to that level. I think it's important, huh? So let me just hide some of my stuff, and I think it's just quite good education, to be honest with you, just to go over the why. And if you're kind of trying to learn, then it's really important to analyze your analysis, reanalyze your analysis. So a simple fib pull from this pivot low to this pivot high, a full fib gave me the 886 at 92.5. Okay, and I'm thinking to myself, why 886? The 886 is the last line of defense for the bulls, in my opinion. Yeah. And also, you have a swing failure here. You have a big liquidation level here. So you have a little bit of confluence. You have a swing failure level combined with a fib level, a big fib level. Yeah, it's the last line of defense. And if I just pull the volume on this range, okay, don't know exactly where, roughly. Don't know exactly where, just roughly. It's tricky pulling volume, because like where do you pull it from? I think probably as the price comes into this higher part, like there, probably there, or you could pull it back where it comes to this higher part for the first time. It's a bit lower here. It's a bit lower there. I think I did it from, yeah, when it comes into this area. It's moved a little bit actually, because I think yesterday I was looking at it, was there. Let me have a look actually, because it's good to have a look and see what I was looking at yesterday. Let me have a look at that. Anyway, it's quite a rough volume area. It's slightly higher than where I was looking, so that really didn't give me the 98k. What did give me the 98k was that that EW correction that I was contemplating. So I've been looking at this correction for a WXY, and a simple, I say simple, it's not always simple, from the pivot at the top here to the pivot here. I have to change it to the 4-hour time frame so I can catch these candles. That gave me really nice confluence for the 618. So basically what I did was a trend-based fib extension from this pivot high to this pivot low to this pivot high, which gave me a perfect confluence of the 618 lining up with the 886 here. You see that? 92.5, thereabouts. Yeah. And the price has actually come down to hit my level perfectly with a swing failure here. That's why I came up with 92k in the first instance. And so looking at the price action here, I am looking for an ABC corrective. Okay, is it over? That's the question that people have. Is this over? Are we finished? Are we going down now, or are we going back up? We've come down quite fast there, and I think that's good, but it could also be bad. Because when you come down fast, you've got this really strong local downward momentum, and it's hard to undo that. It's hard to undo that, especially when you're looking at extremely bearish daily candles. Yeah, yesterday's daily candle was extremely bearish, and today we're looking at a bearish candle, but we have a really nice buying tail. Okay, we've smashed through the golden pocket. We've had a reaction down here. Oh yeah, there's also a daily level here, so that's also something else that I needed for confluence. I haven't marked it off here, but there's a daily level there as well, so I should have marked that off. It's already been tapped once, but it's still there. Oh no, it hasn't been tapped once. It's been tapped today for the first time. So it hasn't been tapped. That's an untapped daily level. So you had a lot of confluence there for a reaction. All right, that's how I came up with that level. And so it's good to know. It's good to kind of reanalyze and understand the why. Get rid of that now. Actually, before I get rid of it, I just want to see where the 1-to-1 is. 1-to-1 is at 86. All the way down there. Okay, so it's interesting to see. So now looking at this price action, we're counting ABCs, aren't we? ABC, is that there? ABC, is that your ABC? Have we had it already? Is it finished? A, B, C, something like that. Yeah, possibly. Look, it's also 618. Look, see that? It's also 618. A, B, C. So could that be your A here? Your first move, your first corrective move down to here. It's possible. It's come down quite faster. So this next move is going to be really important because it will determine the C, and then that will determine the Y here. Yeah. And just looking at it, I wonder if we come up to the point of control. for rejection. So let's just have a look at the volume now, and I'm gonna go back to the Trump pump and the merged XO volume levels. Probably the Trump pump, actually, the Trump pump volume level in the first instance. Let's have a look at this volume level now. Volume area, the value area is a little bit higher, right at the low there. Let me just time this because I had it much further away. I wonder if everything's being front run in this market. Like that. Give her an ABC here now. Bit of an ABC corrective. And ABC correctives can be like ABC, 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 yeah? So it could be like ABC, 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 like that. So it doesn't look like ABC, but it is. It's like lots of ABCs, but you're ending up with the final C, which completes the B, and the trajectory is an upward trajectory. The buy is here because that's when this whole move completes. You've got this ABC, ABC, and then you've got this big ABC. That's the pump. That's the one that you want to catch. This is the big one. Okay. So right now, we might, if people aren't in longs, they could be. You could long this, but it should go up correctively. I'm not expecting it to go up impulsively. It might look impulsive initially, but then you're going to get, potentially you're going to get take profit, you know, it'd be like more like that. So I mean, maybe it grinds up until it kind of finally gets to here. It's kind of my target actually, just here, just this point of control. I don't know how we're going to go up there. I don't know how long it's going to take. For a final sell-off. It's just one idea. I don't know. I also don't know if we're going to take these lows, to be honest with you. I think 89k is a really strong level, but I'm also very aware, and that's why you have to wait for the reaction, because I'm also aware that if you do come down too fast, you could get that. You could get a big liquidation event and no liquidity. So effectively, every single time the price has come down, it's taken a liquidity, and no more liquidity. Game over. This is a game over drop. If we get this and you don't get a reaction, then this Bitcoin is finished. Crypto is finished probably for this year. We'll probably go into a prolonged bear market if that was to happen. Yeah, I don't want it to happen. It's just the reality of what could happen if we don't hold these lows to go up eventually, and if we do get a liquidation event and it actually takes the price like this, bam, all the way down to 72k, 73k. No one is going to buy that. Yeah, not instantly anyway. Now you could get a buy. You could get a V-shaped recovery off that. It is possible. Okay, it's happened in COVID. that could be the final dip, yeah. But the problem is you're going to get a lot of trapped liquidity, and it'll hard to know, because it'll be more like it will come up to clear the to stop the early shorts before it actually puts in a lower high to go down. It's not really the best place to buy if you get that kind of price action, because you're buying in the highs, you're not buying in the lows. If it was in the lows, it'd be very different. It'd be in the lows of this range. This is the range. But when you go down like that, that's not the lows of this range anymore. You've just lost the range. Yeah, the lows of the range would be this. That's okay, because you're still in the range, or you've come back into the range. Yeah, but if you get a liquidation event and you just drop like that, yeah, I'm no longer expecting a V shape like that. Yeah, because we're in the highs. We're in the highs. When I say highs, I'm looking at this. We're in the highs. We're not in the lows. So if you lose that, that's a higher time frame failed auction. It becomes like this, doesn't it? It becomes like this. It becomes a little bit like a distribution where you just lost it and you just couldn't get back up. You lost it and you couldn't get back up. Yeah. It's not what you want to see. So actually, I do like the price action now. I think 92.5k, we have really nice reaction. Yeah, really nice reaction. Lots of volume into that level. And actually, I do like the volume across this range. You can see it's decreasing volume. The reds are decreasing. You see it's decreasing, decreasing, decreasing reds. So I do like that. So what's happening is that the selling is diminishing. The selling is slowing down. Yeah. And as long as we can hold the range low, we're good. But I am aware of a big liquidation which could actually destroy or wreck this range if you don't get a swing failure. It's always possible to get a failed auction. Yeah, depending on how the price liquidates. It's really important. It's like no one can predict it. So if we do go up here now, best case scenario, we hold a higher low and just take the low here. And you might not even take the low. You might just get a higher low, just higher lows. That's best case scenario. That's really bullish. If you go up, swing failure without taking these lows, that's okay too. Just the liquidation of that low, it's okay too. And then if we go down and take the range low, 89k, you don't want to see a massive liquidation which just suddenly causes the price to drop. You don't want to see that. What you want to see is either a failed auction, that would be okay. So it kind of stops at around 76, 77 area and then just bounces right back up. Failed auction of the lows, that's perfectly okay. So it really matters how far we go. If you go really far in a big liquidation event, that's not what you want to see. But if you get a liquidation and then just kind of come back like that, then that's perfectly acceptable, like a failed auction. We've seen that before off the range lows. We've seen a failed auction before off the range lows. Where did we see it? Yeah, it was here actually. That was a failed auction. That was a failed auction here. So range low, price comes down, loses the low, gets right back into the lows, and you get a failed auction. It just goes up. That was a really good failed auction because the price was never able to get back down to that level. Yeah, so these failed auctions can be really nice, but it requires the price to not liquidate and go down in a crazy way. Yeah, I prefer higher lows. I prefer higher lows because a lot of traders are waiting for liquidations. A lot of traders are waiting for swing failures for entries, and they just don't get their entry. And so basically a lot of traders are waiting for a massive liquidation. They don't get it, and because there's already been a massive liquidation event. So today was a massive liquidation event. I'm gonna have to look at the order flow to show you. I can just see it because you've got such a big wick. So we have to see what happens. I think it's going to be interesting to see now how the price moves upwards. I want to see the price move upwards, see where the price can find support. I'm assuming that this is over. I'm not 100%. I'm assuming that this is over, just because of the reaction we've had off a key support level. ABC, ABC, ABC. So how did I draw it again? It was like this: ABC, 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 like that. So I'm assuming this is over, and it does work when I kind of marked it out because it's coming to the 618 here. ABC and ABC. Yeah. It looks okay. Now we want to see what happens next, like a upwards corrective, just a slow grind. Now there are other ways that this could correct. If you could get a bullish correction, you can get really bullish correction. That would be a V-shaped recovery, and you're actually looking at it like that. But to have a bullish correction, you really need to now go up. Like that, more like that, and flip that point of control into support. It's possible. That's possible too. So we don't really know what's going to happen next. We just have to count the waves and just watch the price. But I think most people are expecting lower just because we're getting some really bearish daily candles print. And so let's see if we can take the range low if we hold a higher low. That's going to be really, I prefer a higher low. And actually right now what I'm looking at is a higher low, which is what I mentioned in the Discord. This is a higher low. You can see it on the red wicks. See that? That's your low. These are your lows. See that? That's your low. And we've basically come into the low. We've come into that low for a higher low. Bounce. So it just tells you that the market is giving us some support to the price here. Tomorrow's candle is going to be really important, or the next 12 hours is going to be really important, because you can see we're trying to form a doji here. And so the next candle is going to be really important. Do you get an expansive green candle, which would indicate a reversal here? Or do you get another weak candle, like another weak doji with lower highs? It'd be really important to see what happens next, yeah, to determine how we're gonna get out of this. Is this gonna kind of slowly go up to go down, or are we gonna get a little bit more of a stronger reaction? And then if we do get a stronger reaction, then we're looking at a much more bullish correction here. This final leg is not going to be as it could just be like that. You could just go up and just come right back down, put a higher low here, halfway into the wick, and that could be your impulse. Yeah. So I think this is what we're looking for, unless we lose the range low with a big liquidation and we go all the way straight down to lower prices instantly, and then it's game over. It's game over. Altcoin Dreaming, good evening. Defage, good evening. Nice to see you. Thank you. Welcome. Reno Vandermeer. Can you show with a squiggle how it would look if it is an impulse? I think the best way to look at for impulses is just kind of go back in time and look at when the price took out the lows and just see what happened. Okay, so I'm looking at the daily time frame now. Yeah, you're looking for a bullish reversal on the daily time frame. That's your first, I think that'll be the first indication. And you're also looking for the range, some kind of lows to be taken. Yeah, this is really nice one actually. This is really nice. The price closed lower. It was a bear trap, closed lower, and then the price was reversed with increasing volumes, a really bullish reversal. And so if you kind of zoom into that area, look at it. This is it, isn't it? Look. Bam. That's an impulse. Increasing volume, increasing prices, and you've literally reversed that down move instantly. 2 candles, 3 candles down, 2 candles up. It's very, very impulsive. And then you get this impulsive continuation. See that? Impulse, impulse, impulse. So that's kind of what you're looking for an impulse. Liquidity grab of the low, and then it just reverses and goes all the way up. Take the range lows, and then the price just smashes up. Okay, and it began with a liquidation event. This was a big liquidation event. The price was consolidating until that was a failed auction. It was a fake out, lost the lows, and then that was basically the beginning of the move, wasn't it? The move started here because the price couldn't get lower. After it moved, it couldn't get lower. So that's kind of what you're looking for if we're going to have a big move. We're looking for that kind of price action, which we're not seeing right now, because you're looking for an increase in green volume. Yeah, we're not seeing it right now. This isn't impulsive, is it? It looks like it could be, but it's not. You're getting increasing prices, decreasing volume. It's not impulsive. Yeah, I think it's just corrective. I think this down move is over, I think, and we've hit a big area of support, this 92.5k level, which I posted in Discord, and I posted the trade plan for everyone in Discord. Yeah, posted that for everyone, and that said, I prefer a higher low at 92.5. So we've hit that level now. I don't like the speed of, I hate it. It's really hard when the price moves really fast. Yeah, especially when you're like me, you don't like to react so quickly. You like to take your time. But it doesn't really matter because you don't have to catch it at 92k. You're still in a long and you're still in profit. Even if you catch it 2 hours later or 4 hours later. The key is that you have an invalidation, and now if people entered, they'd have a risk-free trade because it's moved away from your entry, because that was the reaction that you were looking for, was a perfect reaction. Okay, that's kind of what I'm looking for. So now I know that this is strong support, and if we do lose this support, I don't mind swing failures. I don't mind if the price goes down, swing failures that level. I just don't want us to lose that level now. I just don't want to see that. All right, and I think this is the next corrective stage, is an upward correction. I think it's gonna, I don't know, it might, this has been such a fast down, this might be a very prolonged up, yeah, with another short fast down. So sometimes you get, there's a little bit of symmetry in the way you get these ABCs, yeah, and the way they price moves and it goes up, and it kind of mimics in terms of time. Yeah, not always, but sometimes it kind of mimics. So here you see it was a 1.618 from there to there. That was a 1-to-1. It did it in a 1.618 in terms of time. Yeah, so it was like 1.5, just over 1.5 the time. Yeah, but this was quite a long period, and then it was quite a long period. There's a little bit of symmetry on both sides of the A and the C. So because we've come down fast now, I'm probably thinking a really slow up. Yeah, grind up, grind up, grind up, and another fast down. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Really, really slow grind, up, 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 and then that's when you're going to get your final impulse. Complete this corrective move. I don't know how far this is going to go. Now, I just want to kind of make people aware. I do follow on X this group, and they think the Elliott wave move is over. Okay, they think it's over. I don't think it's over. They think it's over. Okay, I just want to make people aware of that. Yeah. Bitcoin's rejection from the golden pocket might signal the start of a bearish trend, potentially marking the first lower high. See that? These guys, they call the Pro Traders Lounge. They're a break-off group from Chart Champions. I was there when it happened, actually. I wasn't involved. But basically, there was a big fallout between these really good traders in Chart Champions and Daniel, who is the founder of Chart Champions. A big fallout in the last bull market, and these traders went and created their own group called the Pro Traders Lounge. They have their own Discord. I've noticed it today, like 3 hours ago. I don't follow them. I don't think I do. Oh yeah, I am following these guys actually. But look, they're actually talking about a fractal which is being mimicked, and they're actually thinking that this is the next move down to lower prices if it follows this fractal. That would be what I was suggesting. I was suggesting that you'd have to have see, this is where we are now. So let me just kind of copy that image. I'm not saying this is going to happen. I don't think this is going to happen, right? But it's good to contemplate what other professional traders are thinking, because you just never know. That's the thing. No one really knows what's going to happen. You just have to wait for the reaction and then take the trades. But I just want to make you aware that there are some traders who are calling for lower based on the fractal that they've been following. And based on this fractal, don't know where they pulled it from, it would do what I suggest, which is a breakdown. It would be like this, would be like this, but this is where we are now effectively. Okay, and it's going to be like this. It's going to be really difficult to go up with a final, probably a final swing failure, and a big sharp sell-off like that. That's kind of what that's looking at. That sell-off would continue, and then you're in a bear market, and a lot of people will be liquidated. And the key to know if this happens or not will be the reaction, if there's a reaction at this low here. Because you could get a failed auction, like I said, and you could also get a swing failure like that. We don't know. No one knows. But these people are calling for this fractal. This would take us all the way down to 72k or lower. Actually, I don't know. I don't know how low it will go. Probably 72k, and then you'll be in a prolonged bear market. Probably, if that was to happen. Like, I don't think it's going to be bullish if we end up at 72k. Some people might be calling for it. I don't think it's going to be bullish. It's going to look really, this will look like a really bearish top if we end up going down like that. And a lot of people were calling for buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. I don't think I'll be buying the dip immediately. I'll be looking for signs of strength first. I'll be looking to see what happens. I'd be more comfortable to see strength and then buy strength than to just blindly buy the dip, just because of the context of what could happen if that was to happen, which is this, which is a complete breakdown. Yeah, all the way down to here. Got to be careful of these things. Got to be aware. That will be the next kind of area of support. this low here, and then this is actually really bearish because you've basically had a failed auction, and we're range bound, but this whole thing's a failed auction. We're range bound. It's not that bearish actually if we can hold this range. But this whole move here becomes a massive failed auction, and it is possible you have a failed auction of the lows here if that was to happen, and we're still range bound. But actually what ends up happening is we're just range bound, and possibly we still go up, but it would take a long time. A lot of people would be like bored. They'd be like, it'd be a big shakeout, huh, if that was to happen. Now, this is a massive shakeout, and so we got to be careful of that. You've got to be aware of what could happen, and we have to see what happens in the next few days, because even though I'm thinking up just on the basis of past cycles, this time it's been very weird how altcoins have struggled, like ridiculously struggled, haven't they? I don't think anyone's experienced how, we haven't really experienced how bad altcoins have been compared to Bitcoin at this stage of the market. And most of the gains that altcoins have had against Bitcoin has been given back to Bitcoin, hasn't it? A lot of altcoins, not all of them, there's some really strong altcoins, but it's kind of unprecedented for looking at all my altcoins and at this stage to see a lot of them at the lows. Dare I say lows, but not really stronger, looking very weak. I haven't even looked at Atom, but let's have a look at a few. Look at Cake. It's looking very weak, isn't it? Doesn't look strong at all. Looks weak. Arguably you could say that looks strong because we've had an initial move. But at this stage of the market, I don't know if I'm seeing the strength that you could say. Arguably, you say Doge is strong, but I don't know. The only one that I think is strong is Fetch at the moment, and Sui, because Fetch is consolidating above the all-time high, and Sui keeps on making all-time highs. Solana's been in a downtrend. Solana's been in a bearish downtrend for a while now, ever since I called the market structure change. I hope this is it. I honestly hope this is it. This is the end, but we still haven't changed market structure. We're still in bearish market structure. That's the low. We have to take out that high, and so I really hope that this is it. This could be it, but we'll have to see over the next few days what happens next. All right, see if Reno's already gone. Could you later take a look at Prop S and Zeph so I can watch that tomorrow? Sure, I will. So lots of food for thought when it comes to Bitcoin. Yeah, I'm still bullish. I'm still thinking we're going to the moon. Yeah, I haven't changed my thesis on that. I understand that some people have finished the Elliott wave count. So have I. I've got 2 Elliott wave counts. One of them has this move finished. Yeah, and I've had to reevaluate it just on the. I don't know. That's the thing. It's really hard to know. But that's it. This is it. This is over. Look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's your move. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if that's the count, then it's over. Then we've actually counted 5 waves, haven't we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Finished. That's finished. You're not going to get 5 waves in the last 5 waves. So the only way that I can make this make sense is if I redid the count before. This is the only way I can make this make sense for higher. It was that this was the one, 2, and actually we're in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How did I do it? 1, 2, 3. I don't, yeah, this is tricky. How do you do this? Is it 1, 2? Is this the 3? And then if this is the 3, is this the 1 of the 3? Like, this is the question. Because I'm trying to make this go up to higher prices by April, March, April. And the only way we can get to crazy prices is if that was the 1, that was the 2. And then you start a new wave, which is the wave 3. And that was the 1 of the wave 3. This is the wave 2 of the wave 3. And now we're in the wave 3 of the 3. And we've just completed the 1 of the 3 of the 3. So the only way that I can get this to higher prices, otherwise, you're just looking at a bog standard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the move is finished. And we've actually hit our target because you've hit 106k, which is the 618, and we've actually had a really nice rejection from the 618, which is your final 5. If we have a failed auction now, then that's probably, this is it. This is probably it. This is probably it. It's probably the end. What does that mean for altcoins? Well, I think altcoins will get completely trashed. I don't see, some of them might go up as Bitcoin drops, but I think most of them will just get destroyed, completely obliterated. And I think then Bitcoin would have to bottom out for a real alt season. Like, we'd have to kind of land somewhere, wherever we want to land, back in this range low, actually, for the real alt season. That would be the alt season there, falling to the bottom of a previous range, finding support. Bitcoin basically needs to find support, and then it won't be a crazy alt season like it would be if Bitcoin was to hold in price discovery. Bitcoin really needs to be in price discovery for a crazy alt season. So if this plays out, we'll see an alt season, but it won't be a crazy alt season. I think most of our coins in this drop would get completely trashed. Most of them, all of them. 50% drop on Bitcoin, that's game over. That's a bear market. This is over if that happens. And if we were to have a big liquidation event and we weren't able to get back into this higher range, then like I don't think going down to 72 is acceptable, to be honest with you. I think this looks bad. It'll look like a failed auction, and I don't think this neckline will hold. I think we'll lose the neckline and we'll be back into this range, and it'll look extremely bearish. So I don't want to see that. I just want to contemplate that. But for all intents and purposes, prove me wrong. I'm just still going to hold my guns and think higher. But for different reasons, actually. Like, this 3-monthly candle is really bullish. It's a bullish 3-monthly candle. 6-monthly is a continuation candle. It's not a bearish candle. But if we do go down, like, this is the thing, if we do reject now and go down, then you are going down. And then we are looking at 6 months, another 12 months, range bound at 65k before we actually have a chance to get out of here. Okay, so we have to bear that in mind. This yearly candle is extremely bullish, but if we're not going to continue, if this doesn't continue, if that's it, it's unprecedented, because we've got 3 green years, and you end up with a red year potentially. Yeah, we'll end up with a year of down, like a bear market, a premature bear market. Basically, the whole of 2025 would be a bear market if that was to happen. If we were basically we're coming down and not going up. And we're looking at this monthly candle. It's really bearish, isn't it? This monthly candle is really bearish. We've taken the range high. the candle high. We've put in a lower high here. We have to see what happens. It's hard to know. It's a really bearish monthly candle. Quite high volume in the highs. So could be like this, huh? Or something like this. It could be something like this. That's what it's looking like right now, isn't it? And then if you lose the lower and you get a liquidation, then you're looking at something like this. Back into the range. It's really bearish. It's not bullish at all. Yeah, you'd be looking at something like this. See, then you'll be down for 3 months like this. You'll maybe have a chance to go up, but then if you go up, that's it. It'll be the same as before. It won't be continuation. It'll just be go up, take the liquidity, and then come right back down, and then game over for Bitcoin. Another run to 100k from wherever it lands. But I think altcoins will be gone. And it's a shame because a lot of the altcoins are actually legitimate projects and their businesses, and they'll get demolished. So the only way that I can make sense to go up, 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 up in Trump year is to prolong this count. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and now we're in the big 3, the 3, 3, 3. This is okay. These candles that formed so far, we're putting in higher lows here. This bounce from 92.5 is nice. It's a nice bounce off the weekly level. This is the beginning, but we need continuation now. If we don't get continuation, if the bulls don't push now, then I really do think we're in trouble. Yeah, we're going to be in trouble. So we have to be careful. To be very careful what happens next with our coins. And yeah, and it's quite hard actually because a lot of altcoins have pulled back so far that you can't, like, I'm looking at my TRVL. It's my biggest position, but fuck me, I mean, I could exit now, walk away, break even or whatever, make a very 5%, 10% profit. Such a shamer to do that, just because of, but I mean, if Bitcoin does lose the lows with a big liquidation, it can't get back into the range with a failed auction or a big swing failure, then the reality is this is going all the way down, all the way down. And if Bitcoin was to go to 72k now, this is going all the way down, probably to the all-time low. Probably nothing's going to hold this. People will just dump their coins, won't they? They'll just sell their coins, and there won't be enough liquidity to hold the price. These illiquid, low most altcoins are quite illiquid anyway. Most of them are. Not the top ones, but the rest are. And if you take out the all-time low, you've literally invalidated every bullish impulse. You put in another all-time low on a coin like this. This coin is fucked, really. Fucked. And you'll get a lot of coins like that. A lot of coins will look like that. So you wanted me to have a look at Zeph. If Bitcoin doesn't go up, Zeph is fucked too, huh? Probably. So really, it's all down to what happens next with Bitcoin. Bitcoin really has to go up. Zeph is actually quite nicely in a... What are we looking at now? Can't take this lower. We're really at the brink of of D-Day, of decision day. This low must hold. We're really there now. Like, if anyone wants to buy Zeph, this is the right place. But it also, it's got the biggest best risk to reward right now is here on Zeph, because if you take this X, you've invalidated this impulsive move. If you hold here for a higher low, then you've basically put in a bat shaped harmonic, which is bullish, and you've held a higher low here, and so the next move can be really impulsive. It could be a big impulsive 3-wave. Yeah, so really Zeph right now is a really good place to buy. And if we do lose this level here, it's possible, then you won't get the impulsive move. You'll get an impulsive move, but it won't be a big impulsive move. It'll be like a new impulsive move, like a brand new wave 1. You're looking at more like a butterfly, and probably in this context, if you had a butterfly because you took out this X and you had a butterfly, then your target would be from wherever the C is to wherever the pivot is, 50%. That would be your target. Wherever you put this pivot here, if you put in a butterfly here, butterfly would be the D taking out the low here. Okay, a bat would be holding the higher low. If you take out the low and you put in a butterfly, then the next move all the way up to 50% would be your exit. That would be your exit for this. You wouldn't hold on to this any longer than that. That would be like you'd wait for that to bottom out, wait for the move, 100% increase in value, out, and then you just don't look at this coin again for a long period of time, because you put in a lower low here, and that's not what you want to see in the context of a bull market. And if you do get a 5 waves impulsive, you'd probably come to an end at about 50%, and then you could just wait for the corrective move ABC to reaccumulate if you're interested to catch a higher low for the next impulsive wave. But you'd have to look at it at the time to see how the price moved. I think right now it's decision day really for a lot of altcoins. This is the moment of this is a really important moment for a lot of altcoins. If Bitcoin holds 92.5, then this is good. This is good for a higher low, and the next move could be a big wave 3 here, taking us to crazy high prices. In this context, maybe a 700% increase in value all the way up to the value area high in this context. Yeah, so that's Zeph, but we have to see what happens with Bitcoin. Really what happens next with Bitcoin is critical, and usually before Bitcoin, before the presidential inauguration, there's a bit of a dump on Bitcoin. But right now the problem is that the altcoins have already moved, and now they're really at risk of giving up the initial move by taking out the original low. That's really bearish. It's not bullish. It's not bullish to have an impulsive move and to take out the impulsive start. That's not bullish. That's really bearish. And while I won't be selling my Zephyr, I don't have much, like $1,000 worth of it. Wherever I bought it, it's probably less now. It's probably like $900 or whatever. I won't be selling that. I'll just be waiting for the retrace up to wherever I decide. Maybe an ABC actually. I won't even wait for 5 waves. I'll wait for an ABC. I'll wait for a 3 wave, and I'll look to exit, and I won't even look at it again. This token again, and I won't walk away with a loss, but I won't hold on for it. It's basically it's a relief rally, isn't it, effectively, because it hasn't really done what you expected, which is holding a higher low and moving into the alt season, the crazy alt season that everyone's been talking about. Yeah, you just have to ride with it. You can't just imagine, you just can't keep on hoping for alt season if alt season isn't coming. So that's kind of Zephyr. Altcoin Dreaming sharing something. Oh, interesting. So yeah, so I was looking at this as well, didn't I? I talked about it in Discord, didn't I? a higher low will look like an inverse head and shoulders pattern. So I've already kind of mentioned that. And so that kind of brings me to Altcoin Dreaming's chart. And this is actually really valid. This is actually very valid for a higher low, right shoulder. We've put in a higher high, which is taking out the neckline, which is what I wanted to see. And so if this is a higher low, confirmation would be now to go all the way up to take the previous high. But 98.5 for me is a really important level. Okay. And so let's just go back to Bitcoin. We won't know until we take out 90. We're not far away. Huh? It could do it. Bitcoin could totally do it if we suddenly get bullish movement now. Let's have a look. So I saw that too. So we're on the same page, Altcoin Dreaming and I. High low, right shoulder. And what needs to happen now, in my opinion, is we need to reclaim these VWAPs, these anchored VWAPs, which I've marked off. And this, honestly, this is the one we need to reclaim. This one that's going horizontal. We've got one that's coming down from the high, that pivot high. So that's going to act as resistance. That's going to be our first indication of strength in this move, is if we can flip that anchored VWAP, if we can flip that into a little bit of support. But I think if we can get back above this anchored VWAP from this liquidation here, this big liquidation pivot low, so the range low, I think that's going to be, that's at about 98.5. That's a really important level. You can see it acting as resistance, support. Here we've lost it without nothing. So I'd like to see us kind of get back above that anchored VWAP. If we get back above that anchored VWAP, hell yeah, I'm going to be bullish AF. I'll be bullish AF. I'm bullish now, but it's hard to be bullish if the price keeps on falling. It's like, what the fuck do you do? You want to see the price react, and then you want to see the volume come in, and then you can be bullish. Yeah. And so I'm looking for signs of strength. I'm not, this is, for me, this is not a sign of strength. This is just a reaction. So we've just hit support. Strength would be to reclaim levels. Yeah. And look at the daily time frame candle. What time is it now? What's the time now? We've got 30 minutes to close. We're closing lower. It's a poor closer. It's a nice buying tail, but we're closing lower. So the next candle is not, we're probably going back down to test. We're probably going down to test the wick, probably. I'm not 100%. It's probable. Yeah. And then the next candle, effectively the next candle has to close above that to begin this reversal. So you need a green candle, you need to close above the previous day low. Basically you just need a green candle like that with a little wick there, and then we have a chance to get out of here and reverse this. We can't dilly-dally here. So if we just kind of like whatever for a few days and kind of really struggle, then actually I'm thinking down. Oh, CME has already printed a new candle today, closed at 50% of the gap after filling it. What does that mean? Is that bullish, would you say? Is that good? Yes, I hope so. I mean, I'm long, so I'm not I'm not I want us to go up. I want my altcoins to pump. I want to move to El Salvador. I need money. I didn't pay off my debts, pay off my mortgages. I wanted just to do it in one go. I don't want to trade it. It takes time to trade. I want to just do it all in one alt season. Fuck me. It's never easier. Is that the CME? Yeah. So the CME closed at 50% of the gap after filling it. That's the gap you're talking about there, isn't it? Yeah, and if a non-farm, I think non-farm payroll should be positive. I don't know why. I feel like it should be positive. I've got a gut feeling it should be positive. Bottom right corner. I've never actually looked at this. That's quite good, huh? It kind of filled the gap, and then it's just, it looks okay to me. You've gapped up, huh? It's a little bit of a gap up. That's quite bullish, huh? So we filled the gap and we've gapped up. I would say that's quite bullish. The other thing I was looking at, which I posted in Discord, you probably saw it, was Ali Hash, welcome. Slurf me up, of course. Was this, and not a great reaction, huh? It went all the way to the value area low. Not a great reaction of the point of control, and then bam, hit the 786 and the value area low. So we are range bound still in this range on the total crypto market cap. So I'm not bearish. I'm never bearish until we lose. If we start losing this value area low, then I'll start to get really kind of like, fuck me, what's going on? Something's going wrong. So right now, I like this a lot. And also when I look at total 3, it's even better, because total 3 minus BTC and ETH has come into the point of control in the golden pocket here. This golden pocket is from the original move from here to there, yeah, and you got a really nice kind of reaction. And actually, this, for me, this looks quite bullish. This looks more bullish than the other charts, because you've got a really bullish reaction here. So it does give me the feeling that this could be an alt season low, you know. And I am long, I am leveraged long on a lot of coins right now, willing to take a big loss if it doesn't play out, because of the context of where we're at. That's it, isn't it? So it's big risk, big reward, but we have to see what happens, because I was expecting this drop. I was expecting something crazy, and I was expecting 92.5k. Once it hit perfectly, you know, you just have to go crazy. Yeah, just have to go for it. That's your one chance to make it big. Let me have a look at Slurf while we're here. I'm in a leverage Slurf position actually. I've still got my spot, but I've opened the big leverage Slurf position. Fingers crossed. Don't kill me. Don't burn me. Let's have a look at this. You see, when I was Ali Hash, when I was contemplating a drop from up there, it's hard to imagine until, and then now we're looking at it, you're going, shit, I was right, huh? I was right. Still hasn't hit my target, which is down here. So I don't know, the timings could all be messed up. I don't know about these timings. How do they draw these timings? Let me do it again. Shit. Look at that. Perfect. 618. Fuck me. I hate it. I didn't pull that, did I? 618 drop. So annoying. That. It's perfect. It's a really long descent, a short rise, maybe a shorter drop. Maybe this is a short one, not as big. I think that's the pattern, isn't it? It's like halving, halving, halving. It's I don't think this is going to be a prolonged final bit, if that's what it's going to be. That's next Friday, yeah? That's pretty short. That's a pretty big drop. I kind of want to see this go almost all the way up, to be honest with you, and just come back down to take that low. I think if Bitcoin shows a bit of strength now, altcoins could have their first wave. It will what could look like a first wave, but still be an ABC. We have to see, because what you don't want is you don't want this to just go sideways like that, because then actually you're looking to go lower. This is your absolute low invalidation here at 13.1, 131. I think the value area low, taking these lows, is perfectly acceptable and still retain the move, the initial move, which is this 1 2 3 4 5. We just have to put a higher low. It doesn't really matter as long as you put in a higher low, and then we can have our next impulse. So we're really we're really at an interesting place, to be honest with you. Let me just kind of update the volume here, Ali Hash. It's a 4-hour chart. No changes at all. It does look like a little ABC here. Look, ABC. That's probably ended. So now I'll be looking for an ABC up like that. And then another sharp down like that. Maybe to take the low here. I don't know. So if we get an ABC here, and then I don't know about the timings, because that would have to be like that. And if you're really long, it would have to be a really long, slow grind up, kind of similar to this grinder, very similar to this grind. You kind of want something similar for a final and an up like that. Alternatively, get rid of this. No, it's hard to predict using this. What else could I do? Do a trend based. It's down. Just based on what I'm seeing now, actually, I prefer the first one that I did. So basically by Friday next week. Where is the point of control again? Did the point of control move? I haven't updated it properly. Oh yeah, it has moved. So that's okay. So let's update that. Back up there. I kind of want to see the point of control flip lower her. Actually, look, you see, you've got a little bit of a high volume node here. Kind of where we're at now. I wouldn't mind if the point of control flipped to here in the next week. I think that's kind of like the first. If you see that, that's really bullish. That'd be really bullish if that happens. So right now the point of control is still above us. I think that would be the first clue. As the price starts to do whatever it wants to do, if we can move the point of control lower here, it's possible. Look, it's very possible. If you look at the volume here, and I'm looking at Bybit, we're very closer to flipping the point of control, aren't we? Very close. That'd be really bullish if that happened. And then we'd have to just turn that into support, and then we don't have to go lower. We just have to find support on the point of control, wherever it is, yeah. And it could be around this area. So we are looking for potentially a corrective now. Let's see what happens next. Another B. It's kind of following Bitcoin, isn't it? So it's kind of following Bitcoin. BC, A, B, C, and that will be the final WXY. As long as we don't invalidate this initial first move by taking out 1310, whatever, and that would require Bitcoin to not crash, basically. So even if Bitcoin was to take 89k, altcoins should hold. And if the altcoins did hold and didn't go follow Bitcoin, if Bitcoin dropped one last time to 89k and altcoins didn't follow Bitcoin, that would be your clue. That would be your indication that yes, Bitcoin actually wants to swing failure 89k because altcoins aren't following. If altcoins start to dump like crazy, this is going to lose this low very quickly. You'll see it. If we lose this low really quickly and Bitcoin hasn't yet dumped, then Bitcoin is going to dump. This will lead Bitcoin. Yeah. If you start seeing altcoins taking out these lows, then it really means that Bitcoin wants to really fucking dump. Yeah. You'll see it in the altcoins first. They're going to give you the clue. Yeah. So right now this is holding a higher low. It's not a big deal. Yeah. Because Bitcoin has reacted off an important level, higher low, and this could still play out nicely for us to go up. If suddenly you see Slurf take out 13, this pivot low, I think it's just sayonara crypto. Probably. I'll probably be looking to scale out of everything if I see this take the low, to be honest with you. I won't be too impressed. Yeah. I think something has drastically gone wrong, and I'll start to scale out, and I'll be worried because the minute you take out that low, you could get a real big liquidation event, a crazy one here, and then this whole thing is just, it's just another lower. It's just another. The whole thing becomes extremely bearish. You're no longer looking to impulse. You're looking to find support in price discovery down here. It's the inverse of what we want. And so it's really critical now that we've had this first 5 impulsive wave that we don't take out this low. It's the same for a lot of coins, whether it's Zephyr or whether it's TRVL. Some coins are in a better situation. Yeah, like obviously Sui. Oh fuck, Sui has bounced back like this is a really strong sign, isn't it? Sui bouncing back. Sui is a strong one, huh? So when you get like Sui's in a really strong position, isn't it? Because you're riding the highs, huh? And look at the reaction that Sui's having now. This is really bullish, isn't it? I bought some Sui. This is kind of what you want to see. This gives us some hope, doesn't it? Because Sui likes to lead. Sui likes to kind of push. I think Sui's, honestly, for me, Sui's the best. top, I don't know if it's in the top 10 or top 15. It's the best top 15 whatever token, because it's just, it always recovers well. And you know, yesterday's candle was really bearish. Look at that bearish candle, and today it's just gone down, bam, and we're riding back above that previous low already. Really strong price action. That you could just buy the dips on Sui, and you don't have to worry. Whereas other coins are struggling, you know? Like Audi, while Sui is riding all-time highs, look at Audi. Audi's like struggling. This is actually really bullish too. Like, I don't want to, I bought some Audi too. This is looking good too, because you're looking at a swing failure of this low here. So it's not looking bad. A lot of tokens are just doing what they need to do to go up. Just take out the lows and then they have to go up. So now we have to see what happens next. They have to go up. And if Bitcoin can find strength the way that Altcoin Dreaming has suggested, maybe we are going to do an inverse head and shoulders pattern. I'd like to see that, to be honest with you. Then we're going to, all the altcoins are going to start impulsing. You'll see. If Bitcoin now starts kind of just going up like that, it's not going to go in a straight line. And like that, then our altcoins are just going to start impulsing. You'll get the first waves. The correction will be over. It'll be like an early correction over. Because the altcoins will lead. They'll go first. 98.5K is really important. I would normally say the point of control is important, but this time when we dropped, we just kind of ignored it really. So the point of control is just getting washed every time. So I'm not really crazy about it as much as I usually am. Yeah, it could kind of react depending on how we go up. I'd like to go up with red candles because at least we have a way to find support. If we go up fast, then there's a higher chance that we reject. We have to see how we go up. What other coin did you want me to look at? Reno Vandermeer wanted me to look at Prop S. You know, I'm gonna have a look at Prop S as well. Prop S has really struggled as well. A lot of coins have struggled. Look at that. Fuck a duck. Fuck a duck. I thought Prop S was impulsing a few weeks ago, a couple of weeks ago, but no. So I redid Prop S, didn't I? I redid it and I redid the correction. I said this impulse was invalidated because we took a low. I kind of reanalyzed Prop S, and right now it looks quite good because we've taken the liquidity from this low and we're getting a little bit of a reaction, increasing volume. Okay, so we're coming, as far as I can tell, we're coming to the end of this correction. So that a lot of coins, it's kind of, this is a really strong coin. Again, it's very different to something like Zeph, where Zeph is struggling because it has to hold a higher low. Basically, Zeph is all the way down here in comparison to Prop S. So Zeph is all the way here, and it kind of has to hold a higher low. Otherwise, it invalidates this first wave. Prop S is fine, huh? Prop S or Prop Base, whatever. Prop S is fine. It's just kind of trying to finish this correction before the rest of the market finds strength, and then this is probably just going to explode wherever it lands. Yeah, no one can really predict exactly where this is going to land. I think there's a big level here at the golden pocket, but any one of these levels, liquidity levels, the price could find support. We're already at one now. See that? We've just taken the liquidity. We've actually putting in a higher low here. This is a higher low. That could be it. This could be it. I don't know. But we now, if you want to see again, you want to see an impulsive move. Could this be the beginning? Yeah, this could totally be the beginning. I don't know, but this could be the first impulsive move. It could be. This could be the first impulsive wave. Yeah, we have to see how it plays out. Or it could be a corrective wave and you're just going to get another ABC for another final, and then you're going to see the volume. And so volume is really important. The reason why I actually, just looking at it, this isn't too bad, because you've come back into this anchored VWAP, haven't you? Look, we've hit this anchored VWAP again. It's not too bad. We kind of washed it, but we actually cleared the liquidity from the previous low. It looks like we're holding support at the anchored VWAP. We did that before her here. See that? Before the price expanded. So this is actually quite a good sign, isn't it? And look, it's done it before there. The anchored VWAP, and it kind of did it there and it did it there. So actually we're at the right place, aren't we? When you're looking at prop S or prop base, we're at the anchored VWAP. This is the anchored VWAP from the launch, and we've come to the right place again. We've come, while I am looking at the golden pocket, which has confluence with some kind of weekly daily level. It's a big level, huh? Lower down. This might be enough. It might be enough to just hold this anchored VWAP and end this correction here. A little failed auction underneath this value area low. And then we'll probably, if you get back into the range, like that, then we'll probably rock it, because that will be a sign of strength. Getting back into the value area is a sign of strength, yeah. And also, to get back into the value area, you're getting back above this 50% mark, getting back above this daily level. It would require strength to do that. And then I think the rest of the market will also be showing strength. So actually, this is not a bad place for prop base, prop S, and we're getting a nice buying tail here. This is a really nice reversal candle pattern forming here. Look at that. Doji, red buying tails, red candle buying tails in the wick, doji liquidity from the lows, and now we're getting a buy up. It's a really nice reversal pattern. You get another green candle here and another one, then you've reversed. It's a really strong reversal pattern. If you can get another green there, and then you've reversed this whole thing, you're probably then maybe a red, and then off we go. And so this could be, it's possible that we get altcoins could reverse right now, isn't it? It doesn't look too bad, huh? Altcoin dreaming. Now looking at it, doesn't look too bad. Oh, look at this. Big volumes coming into L3. That's nice to see. So we kind of, we lost that range. Shit. See, I draw these squiggles and they don't always work. Took out the, and these big volumes come right back into it. So it still looks okay for a higher low here on the daily time frame. I really want this to just go parabolic, to be honest with you. All right, ATH. Let's have a look at ATH. I haven't looked at this in a while though. Nope. Hindsight is lovely. I love hindsight. I'm not 100% sure about these waves, to be honest with you. Potentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like a first wave here. Potentially. Did it go up in value much? 100%. Or maybe not. I don't know. Potentially. Or maybe not. Can't tell. Don't really know. Not crazy about it, to be honest with you. Something like that. The timing is perfect for the end of base, because I always do it from the 0 to the 3 to the 4 of the first wave. The 1 to 1 is a good place for this correction to end, and it's coming to that 1 to 1 now. If this is correct, if that is correct, that's the 618. This is the 1 to 1, and that's kind of where you begin to expect the correction to end of the after the first wave. After the first wave, the 1 to 1 on this trend base, 0 to 3 to 4. I learned that from someone else. It's not my own analysis. I learned that from someone else. So we're coming into that area. In terms of time. Which I like. Get a really nice reaction, bullish reaction here. These candles are lovely. Doji, it's similar to the other one. Look, this is a bullish. I have to look at my phone because I'm getting these. I like this reaction that we're experiencing. Because I went quite heavy. I went quite heavy on a lot of positions. My sui's up. Yeah, my Ava's up. This is interesting, huh? Maybe that was it. I don't know. Maybe that was it. Maybe this is it. This is really nice, sir. This is a really nice candle pattern forming on the 4-hour time frame. You have a swing failure of this previous candle, and you've got a reversal pattern forming. Another kind of green candle here, and you've reversed, basically. Where's the high volume candles here? There. If you could close above into the point of control, then you could have reversed. Look at the chart again. 618. So it's come into the golden pocket. Let me draw it out. Get rid of these. I like the timings, to be honest with you. That's not it. All right. Strong pocket to use. There today. Daily. We're using regular. Yeah. Sure, why not? Or 50 fib on the log. Whichever one pleases you. This is a really nice buying tail, huh? These buying tails are nice. Could that be the first wave already? Could that have been the first wave? I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look. A, B, C. Little first wave there. Little kind of could we already be in the next wave of this? I don't know. It's food for thought. What kind of correction are we going to get here? This is quite nice. Could we get like a little fan? Flip the point of control into support, show a little bit of strength, and then impulse away for a big move like that. Let's see how this plays out. I think I got some ATH actually. Maybe look. We'll see. What else do you want me to have a look at? Carve. Continued strength. Oh yeah, this is the one you've been looking at for a while. I haven't looked at it in ages, huh? Since 12th of December. It's kind of just gone sideways, hasn't it? It's not bad. It's not bad. Point of control on the lows. This is nice. This is nice. Look, similar, huh? Take the liquidity from the lows. Getting quite a nice reversal here. Kind of equal lows here. Look at that. It's not bad, huh? This looks quite good. This looks quite strong compared to a lot of tokens, you know, like Zeph has been bleeding like a motherfucker, whereas this has just gone sideways for the whole, like, look at TRVL, it's bleeding like there's no tomorrow, and this is just going happily going sideways, 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 sideways. It's pretty good. It's a good token. Can't complain, yeah. I wouldn't be scared. I'd be scared if it dumps. Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, no, I think you're fine. At the moment, you're fine. I know why you're scared. You're scared because it's, if it does decides to dump, it could dump quite a lot. Not really. It hasn't really moved that much. It's only been launched. And then it's only done like a 200%, 250%. And the point of control is in the lows on Bybit, isn't it? So that's massive support here. That's big support here. Worst case scenario, I think, in this circumstance. If this does want to continue correcting, if Bitcoin continues to show weakness, then it's like that, isn't it? That's what you're looking for. That's the big entry. Otherwise, we have to see what happens. So well, it hasn't pumped because clearly alt season isn't upon us. You know, like a lot of people have been calling for alt season. It hasn't happened yet. What we don't want to see is Bitcoin dump, because I think if Bitcoin decides to dump, we'll see in the altcoins first, then all of these coins are going to, this will dump. And yeah, it'll be like that, wouldn't it? It won't be a slow dump. It'll be a fast dump. You'll get big selling. It would just be like, psh. You know, it'll be problematic. I think you just have to keep an eye on Bitcoin. Huh? Bitcoin is key at the moment. Yeah, that's the right place. If that's your like, it has to hold that place. The point of control. And the value are low. Austin Blondale, does Quanix? Yeah, I think Quanix still does. Yeah. Again, I don't like people. Sometimes, you know, like with Quanix, I don't like posting videos sometimes because I don't want to manipulate the market. I feel like I sometimes manipulate the market when I make videos, especially because I'm quite bullish. And then people start to market buy when they really shouldn't. We should kind of let the market do its thing. And so I'm very kind of hesitant about making videos on Quanx, even though I like to make them because I get a lot of likes and I get a lot of retweets, etc. And I can build my YouTube, which I'm interested in. At the same time, I don't want to manipulate the price. I think I did everyone a favor, to be honest with you, with that video yesterday, because Quanx was the only one of the few tokens that actually went up. And so while everything was dumping, well, I don't know, the Quanx crowd are a bit mental, huh? They're all, did you not look? I know you, it's not a very high liquid token with Quanx. Look at this. I posted 2 videos yesterday. TRVL buy of the century. I got 4 likes, 1 retweet, repost, whatever. Quanx 76 likes, 20 reposts, 2,700 views. That's not a small amount in the Quanx universe. Yeah. So I'm just a bit, I'm a bit cautious. Let's have a look at the volume. The volume's only 539k, so it's not crazy volume. So with that many people viewing this, and if they are getting the same vibe that I am, the bullish vibe, they might buy some. It's not that liquid, and it really isn't that liquid. Like you could move this token with like $10,000-$20,000. You can move it a few percent. That my point is that I think I did everyone a little bit of a favor because I didn't move it. I didn't move the price. I bought here. I think I bought this green candle here was probably me. Yeah. And after I posted that video, some people bought and they market bought. And so that pushes the price up. But I think I did everyone a little bit of a favor because while Bitcoin was dumping, Quanix wasn't really dumping, was it? Everything. What would have been worse is if we didn't buy and this would have gone down, then actually you'd be looking at something else. You wouldn't be looking at this kind of harmonic. You'd be looking at much deeper pullback. Okay, it wouldn't be a harmonic, then it'd be something else. I think the harmonic is still in play. I said that yesterday in my video. That's fine too. It doesn't really matter if it's a bit early or it's a bit late. This doesn't look right, but if it's somewhere like this, anywhere here, it's okay. It doesn't look too bad. The harmonic is still in play. If we go down and take the lows and kind of spring out of here, that's okay. It's also okay. It's not a big problem. We don't obviously want this to just prolong. If it prolongs, then this harmonic isn't in play anymore. It's just not harmonic. It's just something else. It doesn't look right. So ideally, you want it quite balanced and symmetrical. I think probably this was the original pivot that I was using. And so ideally, you just don't want to put in a lower low here. You just want to put a higher low and then go up. Eventually, you want to go up. And the same thing applies. I want us to go up and then kind of get above there and then whatever. And that was the original pivot which I had in mind. Because I've got this 1.618 trend-based fib, I don't know, that could work too. If we do take the low here, again, I'm still okay with that. That still looks to me, looks like it could be a Gartley, a bullish Gartley. But you have to, we want to see a injection of volume, we want to see a reaction, we want to see the price go up. And basically you're just coming down to the value area low of this range, finding support, taking the liquidity from the lows, and just the price goes up. Okay, I'm okay with the price to just go up now. I don't really care if the price goes down, if I see the price takes the lows and come back up like this, I will buy some more. Yeah, so every time I like the price action on Quanix, I'm buying more. I'm just selling a little bit of Solana. I'm buying a bit more Quanix. That's all I'm doing. That's my game plan with Quanix. I'm not going crazy all in. Even though I'm bullish, I'm just trying to accumulate and buy at the right places, and I'm buying small amounts to increase my portfolio size at the right place. And eventually, I'm building a nice strong position based on good buys. And I don't really care about Solana because Solana is a much higher market cap, so it's much more stable in that sense. So it doesn't really matter where I sell Solana, but it does matter where you buy a small cap token like this. It's more important because obviously if you buy at the wrong places, then you could lose that value quite quickly. Like if you buy up here and the price goes down, that's the wrong place to buy. But if you see a swing failure here, a reaction, that's another good place to buy. I'll buy some more. Okay, so that's kind of how I'm playing it. That's how I'm doing it. And then I'm looking to sell Yeah, it was in the order of percentage. Yeah, yeah, it was. So TRVL is clearly my biggest position, and I'm scaling out of Solana into. I have a lot of cake. I do, yeah, I do. Uh, I have a lot of cake. They're about the same, to be honest with you. It's just it's minor differences. Yeah, I think cake is bullish. I think cake is gonna when I think if we have a crazy bull run market, cake is gonna pump like crazy. Yeah. I don't know why I've got a gut feeling, and it's my only exposure to the Binance chain. So for it to be my only exposure to the Binance chain, I don't think it's a bad play. We saw such an impulsive move there that I think what if this starts impulsing, it's going to impulse really crazy. Yeah, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had such a crazy impulsive move in the first market. It went up 22,000%. Even if this now goes up to the all-time high, that's like a 1,800% increase in value. And if it just gets into my area of target, 618 here, so 1,002, it's all right, 1,222. It might not wave 3 because of this, the way the price moved here. I am thinking you could end up with a large kind of corrective pattern like this, which we've seen before on some other coins. So I don't know if you're gonna have a crazy wave 3 or not, or you're just gonna end up in a corrective pattern. But it's my only exposure to Binance, and I think if TRVL, TRVL has, when it comes to Binance, Pancake is the one that will move after Binance. It's the biggest DEX. It's got the most volume. Cake. So it's a leveraged Binance play. Cake is, and that's the only reason why I've got it. So it's just exposure. Coin market. I don't even stake it. I could probably stake it. I just have it on the exchange. I use it as leverage for my cross margin, which is fine. $676 million market cap, 151 million volume. It's really good, 22%. And also, if and when retail gets back involved, I think they're gonna pump cake up, because in the last market, cake was quite popular amongst retail. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm done with all of that shit. I can't stand Web3 staking. I've got burnt so many times. I'd just rather keep it on the exchange and use it as leverage, so at least there is value. So I'm getting that. That's why I'm a bit bummed about TRVL, because I can't even get leverage value from TRVL. I'm stuck, to be honest with you. I'm bullish on the project as a real world business, but I'm bearish in some sense. I'm bearish on the token just because they haven't actually created utility. In the last 2 years, they've literally created no utility for TRVL. So, and I keep on telling them and they just don't listen. Just literally, it's crazy. Just don't listen. They don't listen to me. They tell me that they do. They like give me lip service, but they don't listen. They don't listen to me at all. Yeah. I tell them what they need to do and they don't listen. And the problem is you're dealing with people with a lot of ego, and I just can't be arsed with that. So There's many times I could have exited at 9 cents. I'm just trying to get out at about 30. I'm just trying to get out the golden pocket here. I'm happy with that. And then will I buy back in? I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. We'll have to kind of see how this corrects to decide whether I'll buy back in. So, but this is going to be the Bitcoin bull market. It's not going to be TRVL. And it's, if anything, it's going to be, so I'm either going to exit on a Coinbase launch or 30 cents, 35 cents. That's kind of my target. Or a Coinbase. If we get a Coinbase launch tomorrow, I'll exit. That'll be my exit. Or I'll exit at around 30 cents. And then I have to see where, if and when the price, because the danger of hitting the golden pocket is falling all the way back down, isn't it? And losing this high. That would be very dangerous. Then you just have to recount and everything has gone pear-shaped because you've just lost support. You've lost the big flip, which is 9 cents. Like losing 9 cents after you go up to 30 cents means that there just isn't enough liquidity to support the selling, and it would just be bearish. It would be really bearish, and I wouldn't want to hold up the price. I wouldn't want to be the person buying back in and trying to hold up the price. The market has to do that. And so if I see the market is doing that, then I'll start scaling in at around 9-10 cents. But I'm just waiting for 30 cents. I'll be happy with that. For me, that would be a good trade. It'll be a really long trade, but fine, it's not a big deal. Some trades take years and some trades take minutes. But they haven't created utility, which really bums me. I keep on telling them and they don't listen. They don't listen. Literally no utility. Can't do anything with it. I've got TRV. I've had TRV for years. Can't do anything with it. Can't even use it as leverage. Can't even use it as a cross margin leverage on Bybit. That doesn't count. Can't stake it. Can't earn from it. Can't do anything with it. I hope so, but I don't think they're smart enough. I don't know. Don't know. When I say smart, I mean crypto smart. I don't mean to be fuddish. I'm not fudding the project. I just think that if they created some basic utility, like even just a basic staking, just simple APR, then we wouldn't get this crazy selling that we're getting. The reason why people are selling is because they can't stake it, so they can't lock it up. If people could lock it up, then there'd be no selling. They'd just buy and they just stake, and for the duration of the bull market you'd get an increase in TVL, and so you wouldn't get this downward pressure, and actually you end up with higher prices just because you get people buying it because they're discovering the project, and then they stake it, and then you're kind of reducing the sell pressure, which becomes, and so you end up with higher prices, and with higher prices will come more liquidity, because more and more people get interested because they start seeing the price go up. I've tried to explain it to them, they're not listening, and so I've been involved in this project now for 3 years. Still, there's no staking. It sucks. I don't know what to do. Bang my head. Buy Quanx. Quanx is more, I think Quanx is more bullish, even though Quanx has had some pullbacks. I think Quanx, the project, is one of the most bullish ones. I know you don't have any. I don't know why. I think Quanx is really bullish. Code in any language, resist incompetence. It's nice, huh? Don't know. They've got partnerships with like some really important people. Look, IBM business partner joins the Linux Foundation and post-quantum cryptography. I don't know how important these are, but it looks good. First EU country implements quant platforms, quantum resistant technology. They haven't announced the EU country, but they've just announced EU country. Quant platform signs $15 million VC deal. It is illiquid, yeah, it's very illiquid. I don't think that's a problem with. I don't think that's a problem because I'm not seeing much sell pressure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it, in the context of where we are now, I don't really see that as a problem. If we go up, it means we can go up really fast, really quickly. If you suddenly get a lot of interest, like they're about to launch their mainnet, if that's going to be timed with Bitcoin pumping, the big if, you get a lot of interest, you get a lot of volume will come in. The illiquidity actually benefits us because it means it can go up really fast, really quickly. So I don't really think it's a problem being illiquid, and the structure, the market structure is bullish. I think it looks bullish to me. Well, I don't know. They launched their testnet back in April or something, and that was a sell the news event that was here. But I think the mainnet is going to be a buy the news event because you're going to suddenly get a lot of developers pick it up and use it and try it out, create smart contracts, launch their own tokens, etc. A bit of liquidity will come into the market. Maybe some exchanges will start picking it up because it's live now. I don't know. I think it'll be different. But what I don't think the illiquid part of it is a problem. And what I'm seeing now is you're getting higher lows. Look, higher lows. At the moment, we're getting higher highs. So if we take out that high, that'll be another higher high. It's all right. And then if you do get crazy volume, then it will just go up really fast because it is illiquid. And the mainnet should do that. So mainnet comes, now people will need QuantX to develop and to program and to code and to launch their smart contracts, etc. And that's when the liquidity will come into this project, and hopefully that will time well with Bitcoin, the bull market, the bull run, alt season, whatever, and then we could probably get up to $1 or more quite quickly. That's what I'm imagining in my mind. Otherwise, you're right. It's very liquid. apart from this big fucking red big candle. I'm getting a little bit tired, so I'm going to go soon. Is there another one you want me to look at? No, Jacks. Perpetual futures. They got perpetual futures on Max. It's interesting. I don't know which chart is best. Not this one. Probably that one. Spot. I can't really tell. It launched, it dropped, went to the lows. Don't know what the it's got quite high volume, huh? 6 million volume, what the fuck? 9 million market cap, 6 million volume. It's really high, huh? 62%. And it's a small market cap token, huh? It's nice. I like that. Mostly on HTX. Most of the volumes on HTX. Huh? I don't know why. All of a sudden. Is it a wash? Is it fake volume? Could be fake volume, huh? Because look at the other exchanges, they're quite lower. Could be fake. It's low volume on Kucoin. I think that's probably fake volume, huh? Some bots just buying and selling just to create the high volume. I'm guessing, just guessing. Don't know. I don't really know. I don't really have an opinion because it's quite a new chart, and last week's candle was great. Weekly candle was really nice. That was a really nice weekly candle. That was a really got some really nice weekly candles here. That was the best one. This bullish engulfing right after this kind of inverse hammer type candle. These last 2 weeks have been decreasing volume. These red weeks have been increasing volume. So the volume doesn't really support the price at the moment. Don't think. Let's have a look at these indicators. This is quite bearish. This daily chart at the moment. It's quite bearish. 12-hour chart. And you've got a bit of bearish divergence there as well. On the 2-hour time frame, it looks good. On the 2-hour time frame, it looks great. It's got bullish divergence, oversold, got bullish divergence on the MACD. Like, it could be a good short trade, but on a higher time frame, for me, on like this 12-hour time frame, it looks like there's bearishness here, and it looks like you kind of want to catch it in oversold on a slightly higher time frame to be confident about a reversal. There's a little bit of a this is showing me a little bit of a trend line break here as well. Look. So I'm not crazy sure. I mean, you're looking to just buy at a really good price. Could wait a little bit. Gate.io startup price 0.1. So look at that. So look, it launched at 0.1. So this is all wrong. Let's do this again. It's weird. Dave. Welcome. I'm actually gonna go to bed soon. There you go. So it launched at 10 cents on Gate. That's the golden pocket as well. These fibs are good, huh? The 382, the 236, the 50 fib on the log scale. From the all-time high reported to the all-time low. And so we're kind of trying to find support here. But just if you do buy it, I think that's going to be a big take profit. It's going to be at 10 cents per Gate launch price. And what would be better here actually would be for, let's see, Don't really know. Let's look at this. Yeah, it'd be good if it can come back to this anchored VWAP. This 236. That would be an amazing pickup. And just take it right back up. Not 100%. I don't really know. It's just, it looks like an accumulation, some kind of accumulation which is happening. You could pick up some now, but I think really that would be, this anchored VWAP is probably a good place to pick it up. The 236. And then you at least you have enough room to get some profit out of this all the way up to the golden pocket. Maybe there's a channel here as well. It's a bit too illiquid. It's not very clear. Right. Let me just have a look at the order flow. I haven't looked at it. I wanted to have a look at it from earlier today. Oh yeah, look at that big liquidation. Bam. Big liquidation. We still got higher time frame, really bullish CVD, yeah. So that kind of still makes me bullish. Yeah? Look, see from these lows, the CVD's gone down a lot. Higher time frame, we've got really bullish CVD. And what we want to see now locally is bullish CVD. That was bullish, yeah. Almost didn't go down as low as that. This is what we want to see. We want to see bullish CVD here, not bearish. At the moment it's not bullish or bearish, it's just kind of following each other. The minute we start seeing bullish CVD here, we start buying like crazy. Dave, I'm just a hodler. What are you hodling? Enjoy my TA. Well, I'm kind of, thank you, appreciate that. You're welcome to join my Discord. It's relatively new. I do post some things in there. Like I did post yesterday, I posted this 92.5k trade plan. And then we bounced. We bounced off 92.5k. So sometimes I surprise myself, to be honest with you. Look at that. Got pretty close, so 92,370. Oh, Kwan, yeah. So we've had a really bearish close today, but we have a really nice buying tail. The buying tail is bigger than the body, so I consider this a bullish candle, not a bearish candle. The volume is decreasing. So I consider this a bullish candle, even though it's bearish because it's red, just simply because you have such a big buying tail and it's bigger than the body. I think those are really bullish. I haven't seen many candles like that, to be honest. I'm just looking at these candles. These are kind of spinning tops. They're not really like this. I don't see many candles like that, especially in a downtrend. Let's see. Where's the nearest candle? Something like that. So we can fill the wick. Wicks like to fill. Sometimes they like to fill. Usually they like to fill. We have to see if the wick fills. If the wick fills, then we'll be looking for it to be like that. Or depending what happens next, it could just reject from the wick and go right up into the body of that daily candle. We have to see what happens next. It looks like it's pulling back at the moment. So let's have a look at ETH. Again, ETH is a really bullish candle too, but it's closed underneath this point of control. It's washed this point of control like crazy. Here we had some kind of bullish, see here, these are quite bullish, but it required another one. That closed lower, required another one to close in the wick, and then it went up. So as long as we don't close lower, this could be bullish. And actually the most bullish situation here would be a green candle. I'd like to see a green candle. The green candle would be the most bullish in this situation, just to go up. It's hard to tell what's going to happen next. It looks like ETH is slightly more bullish than Bitcoin, slightly. So that gives me bullish vibes. No, I can't tell. Exactly. Either down or up. Yeah. Down or up. Down or up. But to be honest with you, even though people think down or up, 80% of the time the price is range bound. It goes sideways. When you're looking at this price action, yeah, you're thinking down or up. Actually, I'm not. I'm thinking sideways. I think we've been range bound for a while. At the moment, this is the range low. That's the range high. And we're just going sideways. So even if we were to take the range low, I'm still not thinking down. But you have to just be careful, because if there isn't any liquidity there and you do get a big fuck off liquidation event, it's always possible. I don't think it's likely, but it could happen. Then you're looking at a really ugly failed auction. That'd be really ugly. It'd be like that. Really ugly. It'd be very hard to recover that. You'd be looking at a little bit of a bear market here, whatever. Accumulation, an accumulation, and then a relief rally or a liquidity grab. But then that would be it, and it's game over. So you've got to be careful. Like right now, it's really important that we don't do this. Now, we can't make that happen. If it happens, it happens. But I'm very cautious, actually. I just want it to be easy, and it's not. I just want it to go up. This is looking okay at the moment. So we are in the corrective stage of this. I think we're in this this B stage now, which is generally it's an up move, but it's Just looking at it now, it's going to be like this, isn't it? Whatever. Slowly going up, just grinding up. Unless we start getting some nice bullish CVD, we could get a little bit more aggressive buying. The minute you start seeing bullish CVD, you're going to get more aggressive buying. That's what a lot of traders are looking for. They're looking for bullish CVD. So they're looking for lower CVD, higher lows on the price. The minute they see that, you'll start getting some aggressive buying. Right now, got a bit of aggressive selling here. Above the VWAP, that's good. If we can get above the daily open, then we actually will probably go up. John, waiting for 80k. Hope not, dude. Hope not. DGM, long time no see. Yeah, welcome. 80k is terrible. I'm really not looking forward to 80k, to be honest with you, at all. I can't. I think 80k would be detrimental. Yeah. If we go to 80k, we're not coming back up. I don't want to see 80k. Honestly, I don't want to see. I think, like I said earlier in my stream, you probably missed it. 89k for a swing failure, or a failed auction, back into the range and up. That's it. It's the only two things that I'm contemplating if we lose the range, and you'd have to get back in very quickly. It would be like one day out and then 1 day back in. I wouldn't want to be out of the range for more than a day, to be honest with you, because that's acceptance, and you don't want to get acceptance outside of the range. Yeah, so we've got this range low, range high. That's where we are right now. We're in the range, and I don't mind if we take liquidity from the range low for a swing failure. That's fine. I don't even mind a quick failed auction. So similar to this, you see this failed auction of the high. Yeah, I don't mind that. Or this, that's a failed auction of the highs here. So you have it one out, one in. That's a failed auction. Down to 87 or 86, that's fine. But the minute you go down to 80, then how do you get back up? It's going to be very difficult to get back up, and then this whole thing is a failed auction. We've lost the range low. You're going down. You go to 80k, you're going down. Don't buy 80k. I think that would be a mistake, personally. I think if you're going to 80k, you're going down to 72, 70, 60. Who knows? No one really knows. 70, 67. That doesn't look good to me. Reject, go right back down. I wouldn't expect it to go up and get back into that range if you lose that range. I would expect it to go up, reject, and come back down, because you've changed. You've changed market structure now, and you're bearish market structure. That would be a lower high, lower lows, lower highs. You're in bearish territory now. It's not what we want to do. We want to stay bullish. It'd be very weird to go bearish as the price is meant to go, as we expect the price to go up parabolically into price discovery. Yeah, so we are in price discovery and we have bullish market structure. It'd be very weird to go bearish now. it'd be a big change. So if you do take the range low for a swing failure, you have to go up to the all-time high for a higher high. It'd be very important for this to be an impulsive move, and then you want to see an impulsive move take you all the way up to the all-time high for a V-shaped recovery. Very important, because otherwise you're putting a lower low. You don't want to put a lower low without following it up with a higher high. It's really important. So right now, that's our higher high. Anything here could be a higher low. Anything, any one of these lows. This low could be a higher low. If we can go right back up and take out that high, then you've got continuation of bullish market structure. Really important. I'm looking at XO charts, which is a paid sub, but you don't need to use XO charts. If you want to use CVD, if you want to check for the CVD, what's it called again? That site, Altcoin Dreaming posted it. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know. There is oh, is that it? Could be that. This is it. This is, you can do it on this one. I haven't signed up, but here you can add it. Indicators. I haven't done this in a while. Aggregated volume, or you can specifically choose an exchange, and it shows you the aggregated volume CBD, and then you've got the open interest here as well, so you can see the open interest aggregated, so it's multiple exchanges. CBD is more accurate on the lower time frame. So let me just hide this. Hide it. Whatever. I wanted to hide it. CVD is more accurate on the lower time frame. So looking at it now, this is aggregated, yeah. You can see there's a little bit of probably best to not use aggregated. Probably best to just use the same as the chart. So this is Binance futures. Probably best to just kind of stick to Binance just to see what it's like on the exchange. I use Bybit inverse perpetuals. It's personal. I sometimes look at Binance. So this is actually looking bullish, yeah, because you can see the CVD is actually going, look at it, the CVD is going down, and the price isn't really, it is actually made a lower low, so technically it's not bullish, but you can see there's a little bit of divergence, so there's a little bit of absorption. The selling is being absorbed, so you can see that, no, compared to the price. And then we see that the OI is kind of going down, so some shorts are closing here. It's hard to tell. It's always easier to tell when the OI is going up and the price is going up. So you see here the price is going up and the OI is going up. That's healthy increase in value, healthy. That's what you want to see. When you see the price go up, you want to see the open interest go up. Yeah. Here you see the price went up, the OI went down. That's a short squeeze. shorts got liquidated. So they were shorting in the lows, and then they got squeezed up because the OI went down and the price went up. And now you see the OI is slowly going up, and then the CVD is going up. This is healthy. It means that longs, leverage longs, are opening. So that's kind of what you want to see. You want to see people who are bullish, longing with open interest, increasing open interest, and market buying. And so CVD is basically showing you the market price action. So it's market buying. This is market buying. Yeah, so people going market buy, not limit, not setting limit orders. They're actually pushing the price up, market buying. So it's really healthy. See, the CVD goes up, price goes up, and then when you see the OI go up, that's market buying on leverage. So it's actually quite a healthy rise there this evening from 9 to about 11 p.m. Darcy is also saying that CoinGlass works for yeah. And then Altcoin Dreaming is giving us a few different options. Atas is also one. Velo, Spread Fighter, Coinalyze. I like this actually. I don't mind this, but I like EXO because I've got my templates, which I'm used to. See, this is actually bullish now. Look, this is bullish CVD. Look, see that? See the price, the selling's being absorbed. Can you see it? See the CVD's dropped and the price has actually not gone down. That's bullish. That's bullish. That's what you want to see. And buy some more Bitcoin. Buy some more ETH as well. In for a penny, in for a pound. Buy some more fucking Solana as well. Why not? I like bullish CVD. Bearish CVD, you have to react as well. So we saw bearish CVD on my stream, on my live stream. Here, this was it here. Look, this is terrible, huh? The price dropped. See, increasing OI, increasing price, and look, CVD's higher, but the price didn't make a higher high. It's really bearish. This is really bearish. After that, that happened at 100k, and then we ended up going all the way down, pretty much in one go, straight to 92.5. Just this, really bearish. So I've got to pay attention to this shit. Sometimes I forget myself. I don't really pay attention. This is bearish too here. Here, this is bearish. This is the first indication actually. See that CVD goes up. The price failed to make a higher high. And then the CVD went up. It's really bearish. That was at 100 and almost 2k. So there were clues. So now we're seeing a bit of bullish CVD. This is good. It's kind of what we want to see. And you see the volumes coming in. See that? I told you, when you see bullish, when people start seeing bullish CVD, they'll start leverage longing. You see that? 4.8 million increase in OI. It's plus 3.6 longs million. It's $1 million. So these are like market buys. But you can buy that because you've got whales buying. You've got whales buying, and if you don't want to see the price drop underneath where you're buying when you're doing it like that. All right, so maybe we're going to get a little bit of a move up today, at least possibly to just kind of squeeze some shorts, some early shorts. So it looks like we want to go up into the body of this candle. So possibly let me have a look at the single prints as well, because that's going to be our possibly our, let's see where the resistance is. So the reason why I use exo charts is because I've got my templates. I have to refresh them. Got some single prints here. I'm not going to read it off for you. I'm just going to just paste it here. You can have a look. Does that work? Maybe not. That's weird. The chat has bugged out. Maybe that's one. My chat's bugged out. Oh, really weird. I have to go to this. Something weird's happening in my computer. Something very weird's happening in my computer. No. So anyway, these are the single prints. Let me see if there's any bigger ones for them. Probably is right down there. There's quite a few. These are the closest ones. So if we're going to find any kind of resistance, it's here. I should mark them off, to be honest with you. Let me have a look at BTCD. Just mark them off. There you go. That's your big block of single prints. If we can, so if you get acceptance into the single prints, then usually the single prints will fill. I said that 98.5. So for me, that's a big level. If we get up to 98.5 and reject, then you're rejecting off these single prints. If you can get acceptance into 98.5, the price will zip up to 100 and over 100k. So that's going to be the, I think possibly, I'm not 100%, but I think possibly that's where we're heading, to 98.5k, and then we have to see what happens. That'll be quite bullish, I think, to go up and test 98.5k. But that will give it a lot of people who are longing a chance to take profit, and then we'll see. Then we'll see what happens next. We'll see if the market is bullish or not at 98.5k. That's like my kind of like gut feeling. I don't know. That would be all the way up to here. It'd be around here. I think that the price, if it goes up to there, the price would have moved quite a lot, huh? 3.5% on Bitcoin is quite a lot. And then a lot of people will take profit, and then we have to see if there's enough, if there's continuation to take it above 98.5, because that's the golden pocket as well. Look, it's actually slightly higher. So if you get rejected from the single prints, which is actually landing in the in kind of here, that's where the single prints are. But if you can get acceptance, which is like 3 30-minute candles in the single prints, then you could fill quite quickly, and then actually this becomes extremely bullish. Then you'll be looking at a V-shaped recovery just from this move. So that's going to be, I think, the next kind of a big area. And I think also 97 here, like this 50, these fibs will also act as big areas as well. So let's just kind of combine that with this, and then yeah, so look, clearly 97, this is a really big area just underneath the single prints here. We have to see how the price moves, yeah, because if we go up fast, yeah, you could reject, but you could also push up for another attack for like an ABC like that. If we go up really slowly, then it's possible that we just do that. Yeah, so ideally you want to go up a little bit faster, not slowly, because then we got time to keep on pushing up. All right, BTCD, and then I'm going to go to bed. Well, BTCD is BTCD looks like it wants to go down, but it's not. Doesn't look like it wants to go up either, you know. Because we're in a bit of a zone. We're in this is, you've got this higher time frame golden pocket, which is from this pivot down to here. So we went above it, we lost it, and we're trying to find resistance against it. So we're in a really good place to go down now, because we've lost the golden pocket. We haven't actually been able to successfully claim it as support, the golden pocket. We're coming into the 618 now. So this is on the weekly time frame. Okay. We're coming up to test the golden pocket. So it's a good place for the price to reject and go down if the price wants to go down, i.e. not the price, but dominance. But if it wants to go up, then we're back above the golden pocket, then actually you're probably looking to go higher. And then it will look quite strong here, and then you're looking to go to the next level, wherever next level is, probably here, this previous range. I've marked it out. The value area low corresponds with the top of the golden pocket, and you've got the point of control corresponds with the 786, etc. So if you find strength from BTCD and you go above the golden pocket, get back above it, then you're looking to go up for another high here, or we reject here, exactly here. This is kind of where you want to reject and then continue going down. We had a little fake out on this trend line. I was always thinking we have to lose 58% to go down. We are there and we're not. You know, we kind of look where we are now. We're underneath 58. So we're kind of teetering in alt season, but we're at the edge of maybe yes, maybe no. If we can flip this into resistance, 58%, kind of lose this trend line, and maybe lose that trend line too, maybe we can actually fill and go all the way down to here. That's kind of my target for a breakdown. I'm not really looking for this to go to right at the bottom. I'm not really looking for the lows. I'm looking for somewhere between 50% and the golden pocket on this breakdown. I'm okay with that. I'm not gonna try and push it. Yeah, somewhere between 50% with the current pivots from this pivot low to this pivot high. That's 50%. I think that's okay. And then the golden pocket would be a gift. Yeah, so probably break down to 50%. That would be a good place for the price to start finding support. And then if you get one final push, that would be amazing if we can get that. And some people will be holding for lower, thinking that this is going to go all the way down. It might. Or it could just spring back up. Like, who knows? No one really knows. So it's always good to just see where the price is finding support on BTC dominance. And I think just looking at the way the price has moved here, I'll be looking to fill it right to where the move began after that first launch candle. That's kind of really where I'm targeting it, just looking at the candles. That would be my visually, that'll be where I'll be looking to take it if we get a breakdown. I mean, if we don't, then fuck knows, who knows? Like, that's what we're hoping for, because that's how our altcoins are going to pump, and we need it to go down fast, kind of like this. You see here where the price wanted to drop, you kind of could see it well in advance because the weekly time frame was putting in lower highs. See that? Lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, and then crash. Yeah, we're not seeing that just yet. We're not seeing that behavior. Do you see that? And you started getting red candles, red, red, red. The green couldn't get higher. The lower highs, you know, it's quite bearish. Maybe we're here, maybe we're something like here. Don't know, but it's not. This is what we want. We want to see this. This was basically, we're at the same time periods, January. We're not seeing it, so I'm not 100%. And in terms of the candles, you've got a really nice big swing failure here and a big swing failure here, and then you just started getting lower highs on the weeklies, and then there was a massive reversal. In this context, delete that. Yeah, I'm not sure. Start closing lower. Look, weeks are closing lower, closing lower. Yeah, lower closes. Just not getting that. So I'm not sure yet. All right, I'm not sure that we're there yet. Yeah, it's a tricky one, but it's definitely not looking like that. And it's definitely not looking like any of these. If it's something like that, then we actually have to go up and take the liquidity from the highs. And so here we weren't able to do that. Like, I wouldn't mind if we did that, if we just went up, take the liquidities from the highs, and then just reject like that. I'd be okay with that. If that would be very similar to something like this, or something like this, going back up, taking the liquidity from the highs, and then rejecting and coming down. but we're kind of in between where it doesn't look like it wants to go down, and it almost needs to go up first before it goes down. Okay, so I don't know if that means that Bitcoin has to pump and BTCD goes up first, because at the moment, whenever BTC pumps, BTCD goes down, and so we almost need BTCD to go parabolic. And if BTCD goes parabolic, it means Bitcoin's going parabolic, and then we can get what we need, which is up and then crash like that. It's kind of double top with a swing failure. Otherwise, I think it's just not looking like it wants to go down at the moment, so I'm not sure. All right, so we're just a bit stuck. A bit stuck. And also, don't forget, BTCD could go up if Bitcoin crashes. So you have to bear that in mind. It doesn't always go up when Bitcoin wants to go up. When Bitcoin wants to go down, it can also go up. And that would be very scary for the rest of the market. Very scary for the market if that happens. Let's have a look at Bitcoin before I go to bed. Right, so let's have a look at ETH. Yeah, let's look at ETH. Is a little bit stronger at the moment, so that's good to see. Let's have a look at Slurf. Nice. Slurf has kind of recovered very nicely. Slurf is quite resilient, huh? It's not that weak. It looks weak, but it's not that weak. All right, guys, thanks for joining me, Dave and John and Altcoin Dreaming, Darcy, and the rest of you guys. I don't know why my chat's frozen, so I don't know if anyone's been typing. It's weird. There. Oh, there you go. Sorry, I can read some stuff now. It's weird. It's weird, my chat froze and I couldn't read. Fed is still at a cautious stance at rate cuts, but from 2 previous to 3 yesterday. Oh, they said that, huh? I didn't catch that. Printed the daily green dot on the market cipher. When alt season, yeah. If people want to get on the risky assets, we would like Fed to be more dovish instead of being cautious. We're still at a cautious stance in the monetary policy, but we're going to look deeper into Trump's fiscal policy. Maybe we would have more of a better outlook. Also, if the war ended, that would help, huh? If we could get like an end to this stupid Russia war and Middle East crap, all these wars ending would help. Yeah, tax cuts. Yeah, let's. I just hope that we can. Let's just see. Technically, we have another up and then a down. So let's see how that plays out. And let's just hope the down doesn't. If we can hold a high low, I'd prefer that. I always prefer high lows in the context of bull markets. When you're trading, you don't care about high lows. You want to swing failure because it's an easy entry. They're the easiest entries, swing failures. High lows are very hard entries for traders, but for us, high low just means that the lows are getting higher. You know, the price is struggling to make lower lows, and then it just means that there's more accumulation and higher accumulation, and then it'll be very difficult to see this. I don't think it's going to happen, but it'll be very difficult for us to liquidate and then dropped, because that would be detrimental. That's not what I want to see. So. But you have to wait, you have to be patient, because if we do get a drop, not today or tomorrow, I'm not expecting it today or tomorrow, but you know, this might now just correct and go up until the end of the week. Then we have to see what the weekly print is like. this is not looking too bad, to be honest with you, at the moment. In the weekly candle, take the liquidity from the weekly level. Let's see how the weekly ends. Imagine if the weekly ends green. It would look really bullish if we end green and we close higher. You know, so let's see how the weekly closes. But it could also go up and then fall right back down. You could also go all the way up to the weekly open. Big profit take, thereabouts 98.5. I said 98. Here it's 98,300. Big profit take at around that level, and then fall right back down, and then it will look bearish again, like a really bearish red candle with a red wick on top, liquidity take, and then you'll get another week down, and that will be the big drop. So this price action going up, I think 98,300 or whatever, and those single prints and golden pocket is a really important profit take if anyone is in a long looking to take profit, and we do manage to get up that. It will look bullish, but you have to take profit. You can't just expect the moon. Yeah, just in case. All right, good night, guys. Volatility this week. Yeah, good night. Thanks for joining me. Sorry the chat lagged. Weird. I think I was trying to cut and paste something and it just didn't cut. All right, good night. I'll see you guys tomorrow.